Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie, channeling the OG Princess Leia Organa. We're going to have a little fun. This is the first time I've done monthly readings, and so we're going to do your May monthly reading. May the 4th be with you. I'll be using a yummy Celtic cross spread to do your reading today. This is a general reading still, though, so remember, only take what resonates. Check your sun, moon, rising, and north node for additional context and texture. You can also cross-watch for a friend, a loved one, a family member. That's always a good time. And then if you're interested in a personal reading, I will have links in the description below for those of you who like to donate and keep my growth and channel going. I have links below. Thank you so much. I am so grateful for your assistance and your generosity. If you'd like to connect with me on social media, I'm on all platforms at Creators on the Crest, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Okay, let's go, Gemini. Let's see what the month of May is looking like for you. We're going to check in and get the vibe here from the Sea Soul Journeys Oracle deck. Gemini. It says, heard, may your brave call be carried out on the wind. Ooh, you're getting heard, Gemini. This is awesome because you are such a communicator and you're always communicating and you're always talking and someone is hearing you, or many someones are hearing you. And this appears to be some sort of bravery involved in this, some sort of courage. I love that. Okay, it'll take me just a moment to lay the cards for the spread here. Oh, okay. I mean, I already feel like happier and lighter, Gemini, just by tuning into your energies. So thank you. Okay. Gemini, we will get clarifiers to this, but I will start out by saying you're giving me the energy of the 10 of Pentacles. You're feeling very stable within yourself right now, your home environment. Maybe you feel like your finances are kind of getting in a better place, or you're on the rise with those. You are showing me a little bit of sadness challenging you at this time, a little bit of melancholy, or maybe the inability to make a decision, or you're having to wait on something. You may be having to wait on something or someone, and it's kind of like, why do I have to wait on this? Like I could be moving, or I could be carrying my call on the wind, whatever it is you need to do. In your focus, you get the strength card. So you may be trying to remain strong. You may be trying to prevent yourself from reacting to a situation that's calling on your patience a little bit more, trying your patience more than you would like. In the past, you're giving me the 10 of Wands, and this is burdensome thinking, okay? And maybe even to the degree where it blocked your communication, or it blocked your voice that was supposed to go out. So good thing it's in the past, right? We will get clarifiers, see if we can hone in on what that is. Yeah, we'll wait till we get clarifiers there. In your strength, you get the Knight of Cups. This is nice energy, Gemini, because normally you're ruled by Mercury, and, I would think in your strength would be some sort of swords or some sort of thought and communication. But here you have the Knight of Cups, and I think it has to do with the courage and the bravery that you're embracing right now, and you're really going to have to be in your heart space for that. And so I love that it comes in as a strength. That tells me that as long as you're following your heart, you are going to be heard. And I feel like you need to be heard authentically and genuinely as you are. There may have been blocks there that you have laid down in the past. And in the future, you get the Ace of Cups, which is a brand new beginning in love. It's a brand new beginning doing something you love. It's a brand new feeling of open-heartedness, of courage, of connectedness through, again, the emotions and more of the heart-centered energies. Really, really cool for you, I think, because like I said, you spend a lot of time in the mental. So I like that the heart is coming in and moving your energy here. In the advice, you get the King of Pentacles. So this is your support. This could represent a person in your life that is quite stable, that is helping you. They could be a man or a woman. This is showing up as more masculine type energy, so more of maybe an active type, stability type energy coming in. You could have like a certain retirement fund that is paying you out. It could be something like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be a person, but it could be. And you are receiving, that support there. So it does appear that you could also have a coach, like if you're working on your health and wellness, you could have a coach or a trainer that is particularly helpful to you right now, very consistent, like a rock for you. It could also be someone who's very stabilized in their own energies, where you can emotionally process around them. And then in your environment, in your ecosystem, you get the Queen of Pentacles. Well, you just had the King of Pentacles for advice and support. And then your environment shows me the Queen of Pentacles, your ecosystem. I love this because I feel like this is a marriage, a balance. It could be a marriage for some of you quite literally, but it could be a marriage within yourself of stability. And keep in mind that if that hasn't landed in the physical, I think it has. Maybe you're not exactly where you want to be yet, but you have definitely built a lot, and you are seeing some things incoming here. I definitely get incoming like abundance to you. So maybe the support has more to do with moving through these emotional energies of the heart. Could be. In your hopes and fears, you get the Knight of Swords. This is like charge, moving forward. I feel confidence here. So I feel a lot of hope of moving forward. You don't want to put the cart before the horse necessarily here. And I think sometimes you have in the past, but I don't see that happening here. I see you really being ready to charge forward. In the outcome, I get the Four of Pentacles. Now, normally I would say this is something about like you're holding on to money, but in this case, I actually think you're going to be building your savings. So whatever you're doing to allow your voice to be carried on the wind, if you're making video content, if you're a comedian out on the stage, whatever you're doing to share your voice and allow that to be carried and heard, that is going to bring you in some financial resources. And I don't necessarily see the Four of Pentacles in your case as the outcome here as like a bad thing, which it can mean like hoarding and stuff like that. But I don't sense that for you this time. I feel like, oh, I get to put all this in savings and I get to kind of lock it up and forget about it. And then I'll look at it a month from now and I'll be like, wow, this is great. It feels really nice about the vibe there. All right, the Ten of Pentacles, that's the energy you're in now. So I feel like you're already connected to these energies. Let's clarify that Ten of Pentacles. You showing up like that. Wow, you're showing me a tricky path here. You got the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Cups. Remember, the Knight of Cups is in your strength. And so you're carrying your strength with you here. But you're showing me it hasn't always been easy. I've had to navigate a lot of BS, a lot of fakeness. I feel a lot of fakeness like was surrounding you. You maybe had to distance yourself from some friends or some relatives or some trolls or some naysayers, the haters, that kind of energy. This isn't the first time. You're not the first sign to go through that in the month of May. So there may be some challenges there, but I see you going back into this is who I am. This is authentically me, and the people that need to hear me will hear me. And I'm going to bravely move forward no matter what anybody is saying. Let's look at this Four of Cups, because this is the challenging energy. A troll or two, or just somebody who's jealous of you might get to you a little bit, might make you feel a little bit defeated. Yes, they do. And they're triggering. What's being triggered within you here is an abandonment wound from the past, a rejection, okay? But you're coming in with the Knight of Pentacles. You've got the Five of Pentacles and then the Knight of Pentacles. And then remember over here, you have the King and Queen of Pentacles. The challenge that you face that's triggering your abandonment wound is meant to be there. It's meant to be there on part of your journey. I feel like it's a soul agreement between you and whomever or whatever situation is bothering you, is making you feel defeated, is making you feel rejected. You were supposed to be looking at this abandonment wound because it does hold you back from your own courage. It does make you step back. It keeps you from your own bravery. This does not mean you have to move through it super quickly. With the Knight of Pentacles, have a strategy. Have a strategy for when you get triggered. You need something immediate. Okay, so I don't know if you need to start doing some tapping and you have these mantras or whatever, but when you get triggered and you get defeated and you get in that phase of like, oh, I'm feeling abandoned, you need to apply something, okay? Some sort of strategy that you're applying to your nervous system, your physical body, your, state of mind. There's so many different things this could be. Pattern interrupt it with some sort of strategy. In your focus, you have the Strength card, and it's clarified by the Nine of Wands in the World. I don't know if there's been someone you've been being strong for, okay, or putting on a brave face for, but you're showing me exhaustion with this. You're showing me that you're kind of weary of all this, and you're ready for that to be over. So maybe you had kind of taken someone under your wing, so to speak, as maybe a protege or somebody you were training. I don't know that they were really able to take full accountability and responsibility the way that you expected or needed them to in order to work with you. Okay, maybe somebody didn't uphold their end of a certain bargain. So this has your attention right now. And you really want to bring closure to this situation, whatever this is, because it is draining you a bit. It is draining you. I do not feel like this is connected to that same abandonment trigger, though. These are two different things, Gemini. Sorry. You got a couple things you're dealing with here. That's why you need strategy. You need a way to ice bath. I don't know. I don't know what you got to do, but something. Let's look at this burden from the past. Oh, the Ten of Wands. Okay, so you have this heavy burden. You're laying it down. It's connected to the Chariot and the Empress. Okay. This could be a mother wound. The mother wound has been coming up in May for multiple signs. Maybe this is the person you've been placing ahead of yourself, caring for. You could be caring for your mother, or maybe, and maybe this is more like they're elderly and you're taking care of them, and it's just exhausting caring for someone who's sick or elderly and you have to help after, you've been doing it a long time. It can be a little burdensome, and that could be the case, but I am sensing that this is more of where you took on a caretaking role as a child. Since we're looking at this in the past, you took on a caretaking role for your mother as a child. So there was some way your mother could not nurture and love herself, even though she may have wanted to. I'm not saying she was a bad mom necessarily here, but the responsibility with you being who you are, and frankly, I'm sorry, but intuitive, sensitive, evolved people watch this channel. So if you're here, you're an old soul, and this isn't your first time around. You took on some things because honestly, you're capable of handling that type of energy, except that the energy responsibility was not your responsibility, okay? It wasn't that you weren't capable, even as a child, because I see like really strong energies coming from you and ability. I see a lot of ability, but it wasn't your job. It wasn't your job to do, okay? And maybe this is actually tied into that abandonment wound. Maybe you have lost your mother. And so all those issues are fresh. And if you have, I am so sorry. But we can still heal things even when those loved ones are on the other side. Let's look at this Strength card with the Knight of Cups here. It's clarified by the Ten of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so this is all about you following your heart. This is all about you living your dreams. This is all about you creating an environment around you that you love. And I see you having help here. I feel like you're really social. You're a really social Gemini too. You have a lot of different and unique friendships. You have a lot of you know, just different personalities of people that you know and interact with. And I see that there is a particular collaboration here for you that is really supportive of you moving forward in your heartfelt energies. And they could be connected to this advice, and how this could be somebody giving you advice, like sound advice, stable advice here. They could be playing into strengthening you, you know, by just their presence, just strengthens you and plays into your strength. So you are collaborating and you are creating. All right, let's look at your future energies here for the Ace of Cups, brand new beginning in love. You get the Five of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, which is brand new physical world beginning, or the beginning of a new cycle. It could also be a cycle. Now, there's some conflicting energies coming in here, and it may be because your new beginning is coming in new and fresh in multiple ways. It has to do with something or someone you love, has to do with your home front. You could be making a move because of this. And it looks like things are going to be kind of shifting around for a bit. It may cause a little bit of conflict, but I still see these new beginnings coming through. And maybe that's why you have these extra supports here. Again, you know, there may be the energies of the trolls and haters, but again, I don't see this stopping you from moving forward. We can't. We cannot let that stop us. No, it's ridiculous. Move along. All right, in the advice section, in the support, you had this King of Pentacles, and it's clarified, this is awesome, by the Justice card and the Queen of Pentacles, which is also in your environment and your ecosystem already. If this is a person, wow, I am really impressed with this person and the way that they support you. I feel like also with the advice that this particular person would give, if you're working with a lawyer, I actually I don't normally compliment lawyers necessarily, but this is somebody who has their act together. They have your best interests in mind. This could be a coach of some kind. They're really sharp. They're really fair. They will give you a fair assessment every time. You will never have to question the honesty and authenticity of this person's word. And they know how to nurture you too. They really do. They have both the strong and the subtle energies. Let's look at your environment, your ecosystem here. You had the Queen of Pentacles. You've got the Seven of Wands and the Death card. This person is helping you come out of, this person that is your coach or whoever this here that's in your environment, in your ecosystem, or this energy, or this course, or whatever. This could be a book you're reading that's has some really great advice. All right. It is, they are showing the map, setting the stage for you. This could even be a personal assistant that you have who's really coming through. They are creating the space and holding the space in such a way that you are able to resolve energies where previously you would have felt defensive to it and triggered. And they are really helping you lay those energies to rest. Wow, Gemini, you have a lot going on, but I'm so excited for you. There's it's a lot and it's exciting. And I think it's because you do have some nice support in place here. For your hopes and fears, remember you had that Knight of Swords, and that's moving forward bravely and just really getting on the go with it. You get clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. Deep breath. Gemini got me going way ahead here. Okay. Knight of Swords is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So I really like this. I feel that you are growing through your actions, okay? You're overcoming fears. You're leaping over hurdles, right? And as you do that, each time you do that, each show you do, each performance you have, each time you do a video, each time you talk, you are securing in the building blocks of your future, of your new beginning, of the savings account that's going to be filled up here. Like, that means when you're putting into savings, that means you have what you need to live, and then you're able to put some back. And you are changing your relationship to money. You are the energy of money, okay, and finances. And you may also be working on, so many things going on. You may be working on ways to be more self-sustaining, self-stable. You don't strike me as the kind of person right now who is spending frivolously. I see you, I don't see you necessarily hoarding and holding off, but I see you in a nicely balanced place where you're not spending money on stupid stuff. If you're going to invest in something, you're investing quite wisely. And that's why it's going so good in your support system here. I want this. I do have some Gemini in my chart, so I claim it. Let's look at this Four of Pentacles. Let's look at your savings account. The Nine of Cups and the Star. Yes, this is pride and feeling good and confident and accomplished in what you've earned, in what you've saved. And it being like a wish come true, like almost like you could look back at the past and say, oh, I could, if you were talking to me from 5 or 10 years ago, I could have never imagined that I would have had enough money to live on and then have had enough to put in my savings as well and save for the things that I desire, for the dreams and goals that I have. You're a very smart investor too. You may be the kind of person who is, doing little investments here and there. You've got your crypto and you've got this, and you're very good at navigating that. If you haven't, you can trust yourself in that. As I look at this reading overall and I look at the herd, may your brave call be carried on the wind. It's as if your greater being is calling to yourself, and there's that echo back. You are hearing and receiving the messages from your greater being, from your highest self. There's an elevation here. There's an excitement here that I haven't felt in any other sign so far for May. You all are definitely like carrying me and getting me fired up in a really cool way. But I mean, you're still dealing with a lot of stuff. It's crazy. You're dealing with some really hard stuff, but at the same time, this momentum is happening for you. Gemini, let's pull a card for you to close off the reading from the Starseeds Oracle. Gemini, you got empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Empathic starseeds are here to shift the world through their physical presence alone. They don't need to do anything beyond being here thanks to the energetic change their physical presence causes. Due to their highly sensitive nature, empathic starseeds can struggle sometimes with being on Earth and in the physical body. Many are prone to addiction or depression and tend to mistake other people's feelings and moods for their own. They can be natural introverts, and crowds can be, at times, overwhelming for them. Consider lightening your load energetically if this card appears. Be gentle with yourself. Allow yourself extra time and care when needed. This could just be a phase you're going through, or simply how you're being called to live your life. How can you take better care of yourself energetically? Wow, Gemini. So that's really interesting because I think you are taking care of yourself energetically. We always want to look at more and more ways, but I feel like that's where you've come to in this reading. And it's not been the easiest path. That I can see. That there were some heavy energies. You did take on the energies of the mother, right? And that may be that deeper, generational, ancestral kind of stuff. That's heavy stuff. That's really heavy stuff, but I really don't sense it burdening you. Once you have the understanding of how empathic you can be and that you can pick up others' energies, you can invest in the right kind of energetic protection for yourself, and the right kind of coaching, and the right kind of trainer, and the right kind of book resource that kind of thing. And that's what I see that you have done and are doing. So I think you are well on your way here, Gemini. And hey, may the force be with you. It has been awesome to do this reading for you today, and I will see you next time.